6 hours ago, Sarah cried because she almost stepped on a ladybug. Right now, she's screaming so loud, the bartender checked on her, and she's holding a total stranger's arm so tight her knuckles are white. Same woman, same day. The World Cup is happening 3 feet in front of her, and what's going on inside her brain right now is happening to millions of people across America this summer, whether they even like soccer or not. Let's rewind. 13 minutes before any of that, it's 11:47 in the morning, and Sarah has no idea what's coming. Over the next 6 minutes, you're going to watch, in real time, exactly what happens to a normal person's brain and body once a soccer match convinces her that nothing else in the world matters. And around the 2-minute mark of this video, something happens to her heart that actually surprised the scientists who first measured it. Stick around for that one. Watch this. 30 seconds ago, she was just Sarah from accounting. Now she's wearing the same 3 letters as 40 million other people, and something in her brain just quietly switched sides. There's an old experiment that explains this, and it's kind of mean. Scientists once split a bunch of strangers into 2 groups, using nothing but a coin flip. No history, no real reason to care either way. Within a few minutes, people were already taking their own group's side and turning on the other one. A coin flip did that. Now swap the coin flip for a flag, an anthem, and a whole life of hearing we instead of they. If someone insults this jersey in the next 90 minutes, Sarah's brain isn't going to hear somebody said something mean about a sports team. It's going to hear somebody attacked me. That's not just a feeling. Either you can actually see it on a brain scan. And she's about to feel exactly how deep that goes in a few minutes. The second she realizes this might be the only shot her country gets in her whole life. The anthem starts. The whole bar goes quiet. Quieter than it's been all morning. Sarah's eyes are already wet, and the game hasn't even started. Here's why. This only happens once every 4 years. Not every season every 4 years. For some of the players on that field, and some of the people in this bar, this might be the only real shot their country gets in their whole life. Our brains are just built to care more about rare chances than common ones. It's the same reason a one-day-only sale feels urgent. Except here, the prize isn't a discount. It's whether you got to see it happen at all. That's the second reason this hits so hard. And it's about to crash into a third one the second that ball gets touched. There's the whistle. And in the next 90 seconds, something happens inside Sarah's chest that she can't control. Scientists actually hooked real fans up to heart monitors during games to measure this. What they found wasn't just stress. It was something closer to strangers' hearts falling into the same rhythm, like the whole room had one heartbeat. Watch, it's already starting. Sarah doesn't know most of these words. Honestly, neither does half the bar. They're singing anyway, and it doesn't seem to bother anybody. There's a reason for that. When a group sings or chants together, their brains release a chemical called oxytocin, the same one that bonds a mom to her newborn baby. Without even trying, your brain starts copying the feelings of whoever's standing next to you, stranger or not. That's a big part of why all those hearts in this room just started beating closer to the same beat. And watch, there it is. Her hand finds a stranger's hand on the bar. Neither of them looks down. For a second, he's not a stranger anymore. That's the chemical talking. Hold on to that feeling. In half an hour, this whole room is going to put it to the test. Minute 31. Ball hits the net. The whole bar loses it. Sarah's on her feet, arms up, yelling a word she would never say in front of her mom. Then offside. Goal doesn't count. Sarah, are you kidding me? And the woman who said sorry to a ladybug 6 hours ago is now leaning over the bar, pointing at a referee on a screen who obviously can't hear her. Here's what just happened. The face paint, the matching jersey, the crowd pressed in around her. All of it quietly turned down the part of her brain that normally holds her back. For a few seconds, she wasn't Sarah anymore. She was just a fan. And a crowd of fans doesn't feel the same need to hold back that one person alone does. It's the same reason people act differently in a mask, or a uniform, or a big group. Most days, that just means yelling at a referee who can't hear you. On rare days, it's also why crowds can turn ugly fast. Right now, though, it's just Sarah, pointing at a TV, and her body's about to do something that would honestly worry her doctor. 90th minute, stoppage time, 1 corner kick left. Look at her hands. That's not just nerves, or it's not only nerves. Scientists have checked fans' hormone levels during big games, regular people, not the players. and found them spiking almost exactly like the athletes do. Same chemicals, same kind of spike you'd get jumping out of a plane. Over a corner kick. Some part of Sarah's body genuinely believes it's the one about to head that ball into the net. She's not just watching this game. Her whole body is playing it right along with them. The corner goes up, and it's in. Sarah, hoarse, half screaming. We scored! We scored! The bar goes crazy. She's hugging the stranger from the bar, the one whose hand she grabbed without even thinking, and neither of them registers, even for a second, that they're strangers. Listen back to what you just heard. Nobody in this bar said the team scored. Sarah didn't say it. Nobody around her said it either. Everybody says we. If they'd lost this same game, most of these same people would have said they lost instead, and never even noticed they switched the word. There's a reason for that. It's your brain protecting how you feel about yourself, one word at a time. That's why, when the stakes get this high, losing never just feels like your team losing. It feels like something about you got taken away. Tonight, Sarah doesn't have to find that out. Tonight, she gets the good version. Final whistle, and there's Sarah. Voice gone, mascara everywhere, grinning like an idiot. Is she crazy? Not even a little. 6 hours ago, the same woman almost cried over a ladybug. Tonight, that same brain gave her a tribe to defend, a heartbeat she shared with strangers, and a we that felt as real as her own name. None of that's a glitch. It's wiring that's been in the human brain for thousands of years, just switched on by a modern worldwide game. And maybe that's not something to laugh at. Once every 4 years, a game gives ordinary people permission to feel something bigger than their own life for 90 straight minutes. That's not something wrong with us. That might be one of the best parts of being human.